Morning. How you doing?
What was the biggest thing that you took away from this past season, having a great year, beating Ohio State, having a big part in winning those runs? What can you say about this Michigan 2022 team and all that Sherrone Moore specifically meant for your development?
I mean, we had a magical year, and it was awesome just being at Michigan and being a part of, that team because we did some magical things. We went up to the horseshoe and, won in good fashion, and it was decisive game, decisive victory. But Coach Moore, he's just a detailed guy. So, playing for him is easy because he's always going to put you in a great position to succeed, in a great position to showcase your talents and win games. So, Coach Moore means a lot to the offense and means the world to the O-line room.
Which teams have you had the most interaction with?
I mean, it's hard to gauge right now because you're still talking to almost every team. I feel like it gets closer and closer to the draft. You'll kind of, know what 5 to 6 teams really, really like you. I mean, it helped a lot. I mean, I'm at the Combine. I went to the senior game. I ended up playing in the CFP, so won a Big Ten title. So, it was just a great year for me.
Starting center, you ever called an audible at the line? And I don't mean for protection, I mean for the play call itself. But whoever personally as a center called the audible and then called it a play over the quarterback?
Nah, we trust our coaches. We trust what Coach Moore calls it for us to run, and I full-heartedly believe in him and always execute whatever it's called.
How close were you to not transferring last year, coming to preparing for the NFL last year?
I mean, it was a decision that I made, probably within a week, just talking to my family, talking to my coaches at Virginia, and I thought I made the right decision.
What do you think? How do you think you developed physically and even your approach to the game in this past year?
I mean, I just learned football from a different lens, just being in a pro-style offense, run-first offense, being a part of 12 personnel and 13 personnel a lot in our game plan. So my game developed from, mentally, just having to communicate through that much people. So this year has helped me a lot. It's going to help me a lot moving forward.
Going back to that Ohio State game, I mean, you guys bullied them at the line of scrimmage, especially as Donovan Edwards goes nuts in that second half. But how much of an emphasis was that going into the game? Obviously, Ohio State puts out some good defensive linemen as well. But you guys just set the tone right off the go, and it almost seemed like you were always just mentally ahead of them.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely wanted to set the tone. We knew that they were a great team. I think at that time they were number 2 in the country, and it was for a reason. They had a great front, great defense, great offense. So, and they were playing at home. So we knew we had to just go in there and kind of take what they gave us until we, wore them down and was able to hit those big plays.
What kind of energy do you get on a win like that, especially now back-to-back years being Ohio State, maybe the biggest rivalry game?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely huge for the program, huge for momentum of the program, getting those high recruits, because, Michigan and Ohio State are fighting for, the same guys, just being kind of in the same region of the country. So, it helps. It just helps the program, when Michigan wins, they're living good, recruits are committing, and things are happening for the program. I mean, it's awesome, but it's a year-to-year game. If you dwell too much on the past in this rivalry, then you're just going to get passed up by the other team. So it's kind of like, what are you doing each day to, put yourself in the best position to go beat Ohio State? Yeah, for sure. Teams ask, can I, go there and play? And I have the ability. Just need to take the right amount of reps to get me ready to go. Yeah, I mean, his strength and conditioning program is very, very extensive and very detailed. So just make all the different metrics that we have that kind of lets what your deficiencies are, what your strengths are, and things of that nature. So just kind of fine tuning your strengths, honing on your strengths, but also seeing how much of your weaknesses you can improve on, and just being in that thorough program just helped me. I mean, I didn't set out to start something. I just, I thought Michigan was the perfect marriage for me. And, and I guess people see what happened how I joined Michigan and how things happened in a good way for me. So, I mean, it's happy when, Coach Harbaugh and the staff are able to get great players because, players win the game, players play the game. So, it's good. I have.
Did anything stand out about it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a formal interview. They're getting to know you, kind of seeing what makes you tick, seeing how you operate, watching film and talking through good plays, bad plays, and just getting to know the staff and them getting to know you. So, I mean, nothing really stuck out. It's, just part of the process. Yeah, yes, sir. I have not had a formal interview, but I had an informal. I probably met with damn near every team informally. So, yeah.
What were your interactions with Nick Jackson when you were at Virginia?
Oh, Nick's the homie. I mean, next year, hopefully he's in this position. I think he's a really great player, really great guy, really great leader, well-accomplished player in college football. He just has to have a great season next year and put all the things together. But me and Nick and a couple other of my buddies, every Thursday night I'll go to their crib and we watch Thursday night football. We did a lot of things like, Nick is he was one of the leaders on the Virginia team, and we hung out a lot.
What is he like as a player? Seems pretty energetic, physical.
Oh yeah, Nick always has a smile on his face. He's going to do things the right way. He's going to play physical. He's going to know what the opposing offense is doing, and he's going to have his guys ready to go. He's going to lead the defense.
You had to interact with two different quarterbacks as soon as you stepped onto campus at Michigan. How do you assess the way J.J. McCarthy, you got along with him, and how he played, and then same thing with Cade McNamara when you were
I mean, both of them are great guys. Their lockers were like right next to mine in the locker room. Like I think Cade was probably like a couple lockers to my right, and JJ was a couple lockers to my left. So, having both of them, me being right in the middle, I guess, of both of them, it was awesome. I mean, they're both great players. So playing in front of them and protecting them was easy. And they're smart guys, so they always, whenever we messed up, they always made us right up front. I mean, both conferences, Power 5, they have great players. I would say Big Ten is more smash mouth, because the weather conditions are not as favorable as the ACC. So you got more teams that are run first. I would say you got bigger teams, guys that are from the Midwest that grow up in the Midwest. But the ACC is a great conference. A lot of speed, a lot of great skill positions, a lot of great O-linemen. So, I mean, the talent gap I wouldn't say is vast or whatever. Both conferences are good. Yeah.
What would you advise the Pac-12 guys who are coming in along the line on adjusting to that? Yeah, for sure.
I mean, they've been playing football their whole life. As a Big Ten guy, people are probably going to talk about, this league is physical or whatever. But, I mean, at the end of the day, they've been playing the same football that we've been playing. They've just been going against different guys or playing in a different region of the country. So, I mean, they'll be all right. They just, their coaches got to put together a good game plan, and then they got to go out and execute it.
How attractive was that physical side of playing the Big Ten this game last year? Was it transfer?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really looking at like conference per se. I was just looking at each individual school, and Michigan was attractive based off the season they had in 2021. Coach Moore, Coach Harbaugh, and just the institution of Michigan. So, yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, it's going to benefit me a lot. Just having that weight on my shoulders and being able to communicate with everybody, it's going to pay dividends moving forward. I mean, I just wanted them to kind of get to know me, and then pick my brain on football and see where my football knowledge is and how it stacks up to the other O-linemen in this draft class. So, I mean, I'm not here to hide anything. So I really just want them to get to know me and feel comfortable if they want to draft me, that they're going to get a guy the guy who I am.
How impressed are they that you, as a transfer, were an alternate captain or an honorary captain, whatever they call it?
I mean, that really hasn't came up too much. These coaches, GMs, scouts, they're going to do their homework. They're going to go talk to Coach Harbaugh, Coach Moore, Coach Herb, all the people in the facility. And, those people are going to speak about my character and what type of man I am. So, they're going to get all that info from the guys that work with me.
Cade seemed like a real cerebral player. Is that a fair description, or is that limiting what you thought of him?
I mean, I don't know how it could be limiting. I feel like if somebody's cerebral, that's a compliment. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, compliments. If compliments are limiting, then I guess that's limiting.
Meaning that they're not given respect as physical.
Yeah, I mean, like he said, he's a Big Ten championship quarterback. So, I mean, that's kind of like all that needs to be said. He was the starting guy in 2021, and he did a great job carrying that team. And I mean, JJ took over this year, and you know, we were able to. Michigan was able to go back to back. So, you know, all the kind of like hate or flack that Cade gets. I mean, I think it's unwarranted. He puts his head down. He grinds. He obviously has you know, physical traits, or he, you know, he wouldn't have got recruited to Michigan, and he would have never, you know, got past all the guys, passed up all the guys, and became a starting quarterback. Yes. I mean, I had to grow up. I was far away from home, being from Maryland, and go all the way to Colorado. So I had to really grow up. And, you know, being at the academy, it teaches you a lot about yourself, rigorous schedule, rigorous curriculum, and really puts a lot of stress on you. So you got to be able to keep your head above water and overcome that stress and use that stress to kind of fuel you to be at your best. I mean, I just didn't, you know, I didn't feel like the Air Force Academy is for me. I was lightly recruited out of high school, and, you know, Air Force was kind of my best option. And so once it kind of became apparent that I knew I didn't want to be there, I just, you know, I ended up leaving and then walked on at UVA. So, I mean, it was great. I mean, I'm happy of where my career started and where it's brought me.
Obviously, a great year for you guys last year. Do you have a favorite individual performance or any favorite offensive line performance?
Where the O-line performed their best?
Or you personally?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, we did well in, I mean, almost every game. I wish we would have played a little better against TCU as a front, but, you know, there was a reason why we won the Joe Moore Award. So, I mean, just the season, been being consistent week to week, I'll say that's what I'm very proud of, our front.
Have you met with the Buccaneers this week?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Was that formal or informal?
Informal.
How did that go?
It went well. All these formal and informals, these teams are just getting to know you and trying to test in your football knowledge.
Do you know off the top of your head which teams you have had formals with?
Yeah, I had a formal with Washington and Minnesota.
Going up against, you know, against a line every day that has been putting guys in the NFL in recent years, Mozzie this year, Aiden in the job last year. Who's that next guy up that Michigan fans can look forward to?
Yeah, I mean, the next guy up, I mean, they made huge contributions for the team last year. You know, you got Chris Jenkins, you got Mason. They brought in a edge guy from Coastal Carolina. So, I mean, the front is littered with talent. You know, the front seven is littered with talent. The back end is littered with talent. You know, I think the defense has a good chance to be great again, I guess, I think, in year 3 in the same system. So.
How competitive are those practices going up against that Michigan team?
Oh, yeah.
How do you think it's going to get you ready for the next one?
Spring ball, spring camp with smoke. I mean, every day we're on the field for 3 hours and we're getting after it. You know, each side of the ball. You know, we have pride. We want to win. You know, we don't want to go on the film and have a lot of minuses and bad reps. So, you know, those practices, they felt like games. Like, honestly, like after we got through the first unpadded practices, I would say that we kind of basically played a full season. How physical those practices were.
Who are you sleeping on for Michigan next year? Who's the guy you're expecting to take the next step?
Expected to take the next step. That's a great question. Like I said, a lot of the contributors last year, they're obviously going to be, you know, older, more. They're going to be veteran. They're going to be called and asked upon to be the leaders of this team. But, you know, somebody that really didn't play a lot last year, that I feel like is going to have a, you know, step in probably to the starting role and you know, get active. Amorion Walker, for sure. And then, you know, some of the young receivers, I feel like they're going to, you know, step in, you know, just with Ronnie leaving, you know, coming into the draft. So, and then, you know, tight end Scooney being gone too. So there's, you know, there is always next man up. Coach Harbaugh does a great job building a bulletproof roster, and people are going to come in and do what they need to do to help Michigan continue to go.
Virginia, I'm sure you're keeping an eye on those guys as well. Is there anybody you're excited to see next year?
Yeah, Malachi Fields.
What about Malachi stands out?
I mean, he's just a dog. I mean, he's built like a brick house, and he's a receiver, very athletic, very strong, very humble kid, very good person. And you know, I've been removed from the program for a little bit, but you know, seeing Malachi as a freshman, you know, I just knew he has it in him. So we'll see what he does this year.
Would you like to know what player you most excited with your call?
I mean, I definitely like to run the ball, so any run play that Coach Moore calls, so I'm just excited.
Thanks, Olu.
I'm good.
Yeah, just grab your sign, okay?
Thank you, guys.